Hello and welcome to another Flight Simulator 2020 video. Today we are in Austria. The weather today in Austria is beautiful, as you can see from the Flight Simulator. And today we are flying in Zulu, Quebec, one of Austrian's Airbus A320neo aircraft. And we're just doing a short domestic flight from here in Vienna, as you can see from the jet bridge here, all the way to Innsbruck, which is a beautiful airport. It's getting very loud here on the ramp as there's plenty of aircraft parked up using the fly-by-wire free traffic injector. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to request GSX for boarding, just there, and we're going to start boarding. Hopefully we'll see the animation of the people walking on the jet bridge. So as I say, it's very loud out here on the ramp. And then we're going to go into the cockpit, start the APU, and prepare for our flight. It's going to be a short flight with our flight time approximately 20 minutes. Look at this beautiful aircraft, the Innsbruck A320neo. And Innsbruck made the Airbus aircraft, the A330 and the A321neo as well for the Flight Simulator 2024. So this is one of the reasons why I thought, why not? This is the first video post 2024 release, so why not feature one of Innsbruck's aircraft and show you the complexity that is available on a default aircraft. It's a shame that here in Vienna, I think we're having some issues with the jet bridge. As you can see, the jet bridge isn't connected to the aircraft. But this is a default airport with GSX, jet bridges. Anyway, we'll jump back into the cockpit. Oh, that's nice and quiet now, isn't it? We'll open the door, actually, because we might see the animation of the passengers walking in. We've got a semi-custom interior today with the Austrian logo there, which is nice on the Innsbruck, because most of the Innsbruck liveries that you download do not have it, and it's just the plain old grey slimline seats that we see in all of the Lufthansa aircraft. Anyway, let's jump into the MCDMU. Actually, let's not do the MCDMU yet. We'll just clear all those messages first, and then we'll start the APU so we can get started. We'll set the smoking signs to on, auto the seatbelt sign. Start the APU, and the APU should start running, and then we can disconnect from the ground power as well. Anyway, today's flight, as I said, is from Vienna to Innsbruck. Anyway, that's not working properly, so let's just input it in manually, and this will give me a chance also to show you the SimBrief injector. Dispatch system, which is built in. Anyway, so we are today Austrian 905, I believe. Oh wait, why am I going into my phone when I can just open this dispatch sheet? And we are 905. So we are Austrian 905. Cruising altitude will be 30,000 feet, so 300. And cost index today will be a lovely 55. Let's skip over to here. 0 fuel weight. We'll do fuel planning. We should have a block of about 4.6 on the block. We got 4.4 at the moment, and it says there 4.4. So we're actually bang on where we should be in terms of our weights. No animation in the jet bridge because it's not properly connected, which is fine. For some reason with Innsbruck on the Flight Sim 2020, I can never get it to work properly where the dispatch actually appears on here. I can click on there, SimBrief requested, but nothing comes up apart from our flight plan. The OFP doesn't come up on here either, but that's not a problem when now there's the SimBrief injector. But I've inputted the payloads as well manually, so it's all in here. Yeah, so we'll do that, and then let's go to our flight plan, which I'll get from the dispatch because I need to build it. Actually, before we do that, we're going to just run the ATIS to find out what runway we're on, because... Oh, wait. I need to press that one, and we need to turn the volume up a bit.
1300 Zulu.
So we are on a 3-4 departure, that's fine.
Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 6.
We'll set the altimeters as well.
10.
0, 2,
QNH 30 decimal 30. ILS runway tree 4 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 4. DFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Oh,
All
26.
aircraft read back, hold
Yep,
short
26.
instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have echo.
Okay, so
Vienna airport information.
let's just
Foxtrot 1300
sort out our flight plan first. Departing on runway...
Visibility 6.
You can see here, this is our route, runway 34 departure.
6.
Oh, how do we make this stop?
10.
Um,
Airport
open that, go back into the clearance. There we go. So let's close that. So you can see here, this is my route. This is Vienna, Lowy, runway 34, and our departure will be Odsu or Oscar Delta Sierra Uniform to Delta. So we are 34, and we are it should be right at the bottom because it's in alphabetical order. Oh no, we're O in it. So there's quite OTAG, no, hang on. This one here, Oscar Delta Sierra Uniform to Delta. No transitions, insert, and then after waypoint Solville, we'll go direct to next waypoint will be Sydney. Next waypoint, insert. Then we are going direct to Bagsea. Bagsea. Insert. And then after Bagsea, we are going direct. That's what this DTC is. It's direct. If it had a letter number system, then you know it's the airways. So we can go to Bagsea, and we're going direct to Nanit, and then that will be our start of our arrival into Innsbruck. So next waypoint, insert, and then we go down to the bottom here where it says Lowy, which is the code for Innsbruck. We'll set the arrival for runway 26. We could do an RNAV approach, I think. Would that be better than a localizer approach? You know what, we could do the localizer approach, and then we are on the Nanit to Alpha arrival. There we go, no transitions, insert. So that should be our flight plan, and it should, there is a map on here, it should look something like that. When we open up on the ND here, so we'll go flight plan. If we go like this, you can probably see most of the route when we do that. It looks exactly where we want. We'll check via the flight plan page as well that we're looking good. No airways today, just directs. And then it's a pretty straightforward approach actually, through the valley down into the airport, because we're on a pretty straight in arrival. Let's close the SimBrief dispatcher, and I'm not going into full detail about that. We'll set constraints onto here. The APU is running, so let's run the bleed. We'll get the fuel pumps on. Let's disconnect the external power. We'll put the crew supply on, and then we'll actually do ground services, and then we'll disconnect the GPU until we're finished setting up. First thing we also need to do is do our clearance with the ATC for the IFR flight plan that we have. There's a lot of aircraft coming and going, as you can hear from all the Ninos in the background.
Main clearance delivery Austrian 905, ready to copy IFR clearance to Innsbruck.
Austrian 905 is cleared to Innsbruck Airport as filed. Take off runway 34 climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
So 10,000 to start.
Is 124.4, squawk 004
0043 in the box.
Austrian 905 cleared to Innsbruck Airport as filed. Take off runway 34 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 124.4 squawk 0043.
Austrian 905, read that correct. Contact ground on 121.6. Good day.
Perfect. 1216 is our ground for the taxi. Anyway, so that was that sorted. Now we have to do performance, because I've done this a few times where I forget to do performance. We have a performance calculator on here, so we can let's change the runway to 34. There's a dry surface today. We'll sync the weather. There's our weather conditions. So we've got 1026 on the hectopascal scale. Outside air temperature 6 degrees. Static is 5 degrees, so we don't need any de-icing today. We'll do config 1, air condition off. We'll do a PAX off departure. No anti-icing today because we are, well, we could do anti-icing actually because we are below 10 degrees. So we could turn, actually we'll do it off today. And then we'll do config 1 because we've got a really long runway. Calculate. So we've got flex at 55. V1 at 151, VR at 151, V2 at 153, with trim set to 0.6 up, which is about right for this sort of weight. So we do 1 and an up 0.6. I can go in that. Flex temperature we said was 55, so we'll put 55 into the flex temperature. And then we do V1 at 151, rotate is also 151. And what did we say the V2 was? I think it was 153. So there we go, 153. 153. There we go, easy peasy. So performance is done. Flight plan has been checked. We cleared the IFR clearance as well. And we can get going. Hopefully this is going to be a nice scenic flight as well over to Innsbruck. Now if you don't know Innsbruck, it's famous for being a ski resort in Austria. If you don't know Vienna, then this is the capital of Austria. So we're going from the capital of Austria all the way to Innsbruck, which is one of the, as I say, one of the ski resorts in the Alps. Anyway, let's call on GSX to complete our departure checks, and then we'll push back. We'll push back to the left. So we'll get, doors should close by themselves. There we go. And then we'll push back to the left, get the beacon flashing as well. Because the pushback truck has already been inserted, we'll take the parking brake off and we can have a look at this. Oh, look at that. We got one of our colleagues there going past. Anyway, this flight is actually normally operated by an Embraer 190. So that's why I've put 110 passengers. As 110 passengers is about right for their capacity. In fact, their 195s have a 120 seat capacity, so I've done it 110, so it's almost a full load today in our flight to Innsbruck. Now there are 3 flights a day to Innsbruck from Vienna with Austrian Airlines. This is one of them, flight 905. It's the midday flight. Oops, how do I get back to the wing view? There we go. You see there as well, Lauda Motion. Now, if you don't know who Niki Lauda was, he was a Formula 1 driver who went into the airline industry. But now Lauda Motion, this Lauda Airlines is no longer run by him, but it's owned by Ryanair, believe it or not. So that Lauda is owned by Ryanair and is based here in Austria, primarily. That Buzz is also a Ryanair airline. It's subsidiary. I say subsidiary, but you do sometimes get onto Ryanair flights that use the Buzz airline, and the Buzz airlines have Polish registrations, as you can see by the Sierra Papa and the Polish flag there as well. There's Vueling, which is low-cost airline of IHG, or AAG, sorry, not IHG, IAG. But yeah, it's interesting, the the aviation market in Europe these days. Okay, so we're in position, set the parking brakes, and we'll just let them know that we are good on the start. So confirm, good engine start. And they're going to disconnect, so we're going to... I know we can probably taxi with one engine, but it's a little heavy workload for me on my own, so let's start engine 1 as well, and we'll get... Oh, there's the barking. Just move the camera over here so you can see... You can see the dispatcher here disconnecting our aircraft, and you can see also engine 1 is starting up beautifully. So there you go. As engine 1 has completed, you can see there our dispatcher has given us the wave. So we'll request our taxi clearance.
905 with Foxtrot ready to taxi
We'll get
IFR.
the APU bleed off. APU can come off now as well. That goes to norm. Flaps to 1. On the spoilers. And then we'll do flight controls check as well. Let's just reply to that.
Taxi to and hold short
So
runway
we'll do
tree
full
4
left,
using taxiway Whiskey Echo X-ray 2 Mike
full
Echo
right,
Bravo 12 cross runway tree 4 Mike Austrian
neutral,
905.
full up, full down, neutral, rudder left, rudder right, and neutral. Set the trim to 0.6 up, and then we got flaps to 1, arm the spoilers. We'll set the predictive wind shear on. That gets rid of any cautionary lights. Set this to maximum as well, and then we'll get moving. Okay, so we're holding up a bit of traffic here, so we'll just go and taxi. We'll take it easy on... We won't use too much power for moving. In fact, I've heard that the A320neo can actually move under idle power. So I've got a couple of A320s waiting there. We're just going to go taxi past them, and then we'll turn to the left. It's a relatively long taxi, actually, all the way.
775 to continue taxi.
Oh, he's going to move into us in a second. Watch.
775.
There we go.
Position caution. The Airbus A20N on the taxi.
So we're just going to go past the Eurowings and the Wizz Air.
Eurowings 775.
Don't continue taxi. No. Stop. Stop.
Eurowings
There we go.
775 to hold position caution. The Airbus A20N on the taxi.
We'll just go past them.
Eurowings 775.
No, don't continue yet. We're still here, look. Hello.
Eurowings 775 to hold position caution. The Airbus A20N on the taxi.
And it should continue taxiing after we've cleared them over here on Lima. Let's just check on the right that nobody else is on that side. That's very good. So Austrian Airlines is actually owned by Lufthansa Group, and Lufthansa Group owns pretty much all the German-speaking airlines in Europe. So, including Eurowings, which is a low-cost subsidiary, and also Edelweiss, which is the Swiss low-cost airline as well. I think that's how you pronounce Edelweiss with the German accent, but I'm not very good with it. It's Edelweiss, or it's the flower. The famous song as well from The Sound of Music comes from there. Okay, let's do takeoff configuration is normal. We got no blue on there. So let's make our way. It's quite a long taxi today to runway 34. The winds favour 34 for arrivals and departures today. 29 would have been my preferred, because then it's pretty much a straight out departure. 29 is just here on the right. There's one of our Austrian colleagues there, just taxiing past us. I'm not the biggest fan of the current Austrian livery. I quite like the older Austrian livery with the blue accent on the bottom. But, you know, design choices, it's all about being more minimalistic these days, isn't it? With livery choices. It's one of the reasons why I like Uzbekistan Airlines, which has a very, very colourful livery as well. Right, so we'll turn to the right here using taxiway Echo, and that should bring us all the way to the end of the runway at runway 34 that we need to use. Like I say, it's quite a long taxi, but I'm hoping that we get some beautiful views. The weather is looking fantastic today. Much cooler in Innsbruck, of course, but you know, the weather still is looking absolutely fantastic for our flight today. But it is what it is, as they say. So I think we've got another aircraft ahead of us. It's looking like a busy afternoon at the moment, but that's okay. We're going to switch over to tower in a second as well, because we're sort of coming away from the... I'm actually just going to turn our transponder on. We should be able to see the TCAS blips on our navigational display. But yeah, let's taxi. Let's get a little bit of speed up on our taxi with using as minimal power as we can. We'll have a look at... Oh, actually, we'll do that. There we go, and then we can have some wing views as well when we're in the flight. So flight time today should be approximately 40 minutes, and the taxi at Innsbruck is going to be very short because it's a small airport anyway. We keep straying to the right, and we're going to follow taxiway Echo all the way to the end, and we'll take off at the end. Let's switch over to tower. We can listen in on the tower frequency now. There's no more taxiways to worry about.
228 contact ground on 121.6.
We're at 20 knots, indicated ground speed. They say maximum should be about 35
Tower
knots.
Skynight 515, ready for departure runway 34 IFR to Lucca.
Oh, that's Air Malta, isn't it?
QNH 30, wind 325 at 6.
Wow, they have an awesome call sign, Skynight. I love that. I didn't know that Air Malta, their call sign was Skynight. That's a really cool call sign. I love like cool call signs or interesting call signs. And you can see it there with its strobe lights flashing, which is standard operating procedure for entering a runway. Just realised we've left the flight control page on. Doesn't really matter too much for the moment, but we'll just turn that off. We're sort of at our maximum taxi speed that's recommended. I can hear them revving up their engines, the Air Malta. There you go. Nice livery as well, the Air Maltas. With the St. George's Cross. So we'll go, as I said, we'll go right to the end. And we'll use the maximum amount. We got Flex 55, so it's pretty conservative takeoff power today.
Skynight 515, contact Vienna Center on 124.4.
I'm hoping once we ask for our clearance, we should be going straight onto the runway. There doesn't seem to be anybody on TCAS that's on their way in either, so we should be on our way straight away. Let's just check in.
124.4 Skynight 515.
Put the parking brake on.
Goodbye.
We'll set the...
Wien Tower Austrian 905 ready for departure runway 34 IFR to Innsbruck.
Austrian 905, QNH 30, wind 325 at 6. Cleared for takeoff runway 34.
Okay, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 34 Austrian 905.
Oh. Even in this 4-year-old game, it's still beautiful. What we'll do actually, because we'll just run it straight. I'll set the clock on now. Get those chrono clocks running. There we go. Okay, 3-4, checked. Let's run up the engines 50%. Manflex, SRS and runway. Nav blue. .100 knots. V1, rotate. Okay. Lifting off beautifully as always in the A320neo. Positive climb gears coming up. 1,000 feet, AP is coming on.
Austrian 905, contact Vienna Center on 124.4. Good day.
I'm gonna end up buzzing the tower with this flight plan. Look, watch.
124.4 Austrian 905. Goodbye.
You can see the terminal very clearly there. Okay, let's get into climb thrust. Climb thrust is set.
Vienna Center Austrian 905 is passing 2,400 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Austrian 905.
See the airport there, look. Flaps coming up now.
Radar contact continue.
Flaps are retracting. Wow, there's a big solar farm right next to the airport there. And there's the runway we just took off from. We're climbing out very beautifully.
15 climb and maintain flight level 200.
Oh, look at that sun. It's fantastic. Looks like the aircraft is gonna hold 220. Climbing lovely. Coming out of Vienna there. Oops, wrong wing view. Here's the city of Vienna here. It's quite a fair distance away, but you know, massive rail yard there, look. That doesn't surprise me either, to be fair. Yeah, this is the city of Vienna, and we've just departed from the airport, which is on our other side. Oops, let's go stay inside the aircraft if we can. Get those landing lights off, the nose wheel lights anyway. We'll disarm the spoilers, and we can start preparing for our arrival once we reach 10,000 feet.
Turkish 1995 traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level tree 50 Airbus. Report them in sight. Log 4 tree 8 contact Prague Center on 118.75. Good day.
So we're accelerating up to 250 knots now that we come out of the constraint at 205. Although it was holding 220 for some reason. We got some headwinds, but they're very light, which is not too bad. That's us, 16.
Eurotrans 547 Heavy, you are 800 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Keep speed not above 205. That's Austrian
205. We still got that
905.
constraint at 205.
Climb and maintain flight level tree.
Let's get the landing lights off.
547 Heavy.
And we'll turn off the seatbelt sign as well. We're passing transitional altitude. Let's set up altimeters to standard. Right, there we go. We're in acceleration altitude, 10,000 feet. Oh my god, look at this scenery. I even like I know that in Flight Sim 2024 these clouds would be a lot more high definition. But oh, this is still beautiful, isn't it?
Flight level tree 50 was air 1 tree 6.
Anyway, I'm going to try not to talk as much in this flight, and just let you enjoy the views from the cockpit and also from the passenger perspective as we fly currently over the sort of rolling hills of Austria into the Alps at Innsbruck. And I'll check back in on you when we get close to our arrival into Innsbruck.
Virgin Tree 16 Heavy, contact Budapest Center on 120.75. Good day. Wizz Air 133, 6 you are 900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Austrian 905, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Austrian 905.
Wizz Air 1488, you are 400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 360. Eurotrans 547 heavy traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 335 Airbus. Report them in sight. Skynight 515, climb and maintain flight level 320. Climb and maintain flight level 320 Skynight 515. Beaufort 7177, climb and maintain flight level 260. Climb and maintain flight level 260 Beaufort 7177. Lufthansa 630 Heavy, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Climb and maintain flight level 350 Lufthansa 630 Heavy. Austrian 905, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300 Austrian 905.
Boeing 8715, climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Anatolia 27, descend and maintain flight level 340. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Boeing 8715. traffic in sight. Ryanair 3656. Goodbye.
Descend.
Speedbird 66, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Okay, so we've got a TCAS alert here. It's telling us to descend, so let's disengage autopilot and then start a descent into the green zone. That should keep us clear of the traffic. We've had nothing from ATC to tell us that there is an aircraft in our vicinity. I can't see it visually, but it's definitely there. You can see the red block there. So now we can level it off.
Climb and maintain flight level 3.
Should be there.
Speedbird 662.
But we just got an advisory from TCAS telling us to descend, but not quite severely. This is really strange. What's the distance on? It's about 40 nautical miles, but I'm not too sure why it's giving us. I am aware. Maybe we'll clear it if we make this turn at Bagsi. Let me just acknowledge. Clear a conflict. There we go. Beautiful. So you got to see a TCAS intervention there. That's really nice. So I'll let you enjoy the views again. We've got another. Let's have a look. 20, 40, 60, just under 60 miles before our descent.
656, you are 3,200 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 380. With Air 4557, climb and maintain flight level 380. Climb and maintain flight level 380, Ryanair 3656. Climb and maintain flight level 380 with Air 4557. flight level 220.
Descend and maintain flight level 220 Austrian 905.
Sunturk 949er, you are 1,300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60 Sunturk 949er. FedEx 5025 Heavy, contact Munich Center on 120.65. Good day. Vienna Center Eurocharter 4431 is passing flight level tree 45, climbing flight level tree 50. Eurocharter 4431 Vienna Center radar contact, continue to DES. Lufthansa 1877, you are 1,200 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Alright, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed some of those views. We've still got fantastic views though out of our window, don't we? So we've just started descending into Innsbruck. Initial descent down to 220. And like I say, it's a pretty straightforward approach. We're on Munich Center now. Let me just switch over the frequencies.
Going to 120.65 Austrian 905. Munich Center Austrian 905 is at flight level 275, descending flight level 220.
Austrian 905 Munich
There we
Center
go.
radar contact.
Perfect. So we're going to continue on to this approach. I've been looking up the charts. So once we reach Romeo Tango Tango, we're going to intercept the localizer. We'll end up intercepting the localizer at Adwig, which we need to be at 9,500 feet, as you can see here. Speed, I'm going to get that speed down because I want to be pretty much almost completely configured by the time we get to Adwig. So I definitely won't be doing 228 knots, probably around 1.8 or lower. But yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. We're being vectored quite nicely, which is good. But the views are getting even better, and we've got some snow-capped mountains now. Let's just do another switch.
4 Austrian 905. Goodbye. Vienna Center Austrian 905 is at flight level 265, descending flight level 220.
Austrian 905 Vienna Center radar contact, continue to NAN.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's where we are. Like I say, we've got you can see from even the ND here, we've got pretty much straightforward in there. We're doing a localizer approach into 2.6, as you saw me program in the first place. And then, yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. Like I say, I've already set up, configured for landing. I've had to put the seatbelt sign on because we've got some severe wind coming in from the right. It went up to 54 knots there. What was that anyway? That wasn't me. Nope. It went up to 54 knots coming across, and it was causing a lot of turbulence. And we're still getting a little bit, as you can see, a little movement there, here and there. It doesn't help that we're in a mountainous region either. So, seatbelt sign has been on for the last few minutes from when we started our initial descent. Our arrival, like I say, pretty straightforward. Checked on. Okay, so I can't. So I checked on the charts, and it's a pretty straightforward arrival.
With Air 4557, contact Munich Center on 120.
So I'm going to switch the to... No, we will do VOR on this one. We need to set up the landing system there as well. We're approaching 22,000. There we go, down to 15. That's perfect. Get back on our VNAV profile. Let's get down onto our VNAV profile. 9,000 now.
Vienna Center, Austrian 905, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Oh shoot.
Sun Express 111, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain
You gave me the
flight
clip,
level
yeah,
tree
9,000, so I
70,
should have...
speed, not above 250.
don't worry about it. Okay, speed brakes need to come on now.
Austrian 905, continue to Nana turning and following heading 235, resume own navigation.
Okay, so we're now back on our VNAV
Climb
profile.
and maintain flight level tree 70, keep speed not above 250, not Sun Express 111.
Get our speed down as well.
Sun Express 2 climb and maintain flight level tree 70, keep speed
The workload's getting a bit heavier now.
Continue to Nana turning and following heading 235, resume own navigation, Austrian 905.
We're going to bring the speed down to about 250 so we can start configuring.
9,000 feet, Austrian 905.
So you've given me that vector.
Descend and maintain 7,200 feet, Austrian 905.
Okay. I think we're having a bit of a challenge with the...
Descend and maintain 6,300 feet, Austrian 905.
We might have to do a hold at Romeo Tango Tango. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that's supposed to be for me or that my colleague, because I know that the 905 flight actually takes place at around the same sort of time. Let's turn the terrain display on now as well as we're getting closer. Landing display is coming on as well. Get the aircraft down on...
Tower on 120.1 Austrian 905.
Get the aircraft descended down to 9,000 feet.
Center on 120.65.
We should be at 9.5. Was that actually for 905?
120.65.
I know.
Tarum tree 8 tree.
Tarum.
Goodbye.
Try to get down to 9.5 at RTT, otherwise we might have to set up a hold at RTT.
Sunturk 9er, 49er
To the
contact
right,
Phoenix
yeah.
Center on 120.65. Good day. Austrian 9er 05 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Do you think we're going to make it for...
Going to 120.65, Sunturk 9er 49er.
Descend and maintain
Right, let's
10,000
insert
feet,
this
Austrian
hold.
905.
I'll insert the hold at Romeo Tango Tango just to give us an opportunity to descend down to 9,500 feet, because we're not going to make it. You can see we're already at 13.5
Radar contact continue.
and we're descending quite severely, so we're just going to bring up...
With Air 472,
We'll ease off the...
on 124.925.
We'll ease it off. We'll enter the hold at our Romeo Tango Tango just to allow our altitude to bleed off. There we go, we got our speed back up as well.
124.925 with Air 4728. Ryanair tree 656 contact.
Look at the beautiful scenery now. Now Innsbruck should be over there, so we're just going to use this valley here as a way to descend down to 9.5. I'm not happy with our altitude right now, so I'm going to use the hold here to lose some altitude.
Boeing Sierra Charlie Victor contact Munich Center on 120.65. Good day.
Because we need to be at 9.5. So I'm going to use, like I say, I'm going to use that. I can see the localizer has come alive as well.
Descend and maintain 9,500 feet. Expect RNAV Echo runway 26 approach via WI 610 transition. Clear to WI 610. Luxair Niner 010 contact Munich Center on 120.65. Good day.
Descend and maintain 9,500 feet. Expect RNAV Echo runway 26 approach via WI 610 transition. Clear to WI 610 Austrian Niner 05.
We need to bring our speed down to about 220 before we hit the start of the localizer as well. So like I say, we'll use this hold position here at Romeo Tango Tango just to bleed off our altitude, and we were able to do that quite nicely. And then we can actually insert the exit as well. Resume hold. No, we won't resume hold. So once we come back around, in fact we might just do a direct to RTT once we come back around. Because now I'm happy, we're at 9,500 feet, which is where we should be. And then we can start configuring for our landing. Speed error for the hold. No, let's just go to performance. Okay. We'll do direct back to Romeo Tango Tango.
2 tree is passing flight level tree 55, climbing flight level tree 60. Lufthansa 2 tree Vienna Center radar contact. Continue to Spessa.
And then performance mode, activate approach mode, and then we'll set the speeds for approach mode as well. Should slow us down to about 200 knots.
Lufthansa 1835, you are 80 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 8 right approach via Betos transition. Clear to Betos. Austrian Niner 05, please expedite your descent 9,500 feet.
I'm at 9,500.
Maintain present heading and altitude.
Perhaps we need to get
ILS runway 8 right approach via Betos transition. Clear to Betos Lufthansa 1835.
So we're going back onto Romeo Tango Tango. We need to hold that position at 9,500 until we hit Adwig, and at 19 miles DME, then we descend down.
264 heavy contact Munich Center on 120.65. Good day. With Air 4728 contact Milan Center on 124.925. Good day.
There we go, we're at a good speed as well, at 210.
Going to 120.65 Air France 264 heavy.
We're approximately 27 miles now.
Cedar Jet 212 heavy contact Milan Center on 124.925.
I'm going to get the landing gear lights on as well. We'll call the flight attendants to prepare for landing. Localizer's back alive, so we'll arm the localizer.
124.925 Cedar Jet 212 heavy.
And the runway should be, if I zoom in, I wonder if we can actually see it. No, we can't. I think we can just see the tip. Let me see if I can get GSX to work now. Lowy, parking. Where are you turning? Where is it going? Oh, sugar. Direct, Adwig, go. Damn it. Why did it do that?
Goodbye.
Oh yeah. What's going on here?
Emirates 88 Heavy, you are 2,200 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40.
Now this is like increasing my workload now. I don't know why it tried to go back into the hold. Perhaps I did the direct to Romeo Tango Tango wrong.
Is passing flight level tree 50, climbing flight level tree 70. Aegean 639er, Vienna Center radar contact. Continue to picket.
There we go. Why does it still want to do a hold?
Climb and maintain flight level tree 40, Emirates 88 Heavy.
Adwig, go. Wants to do a big loop for Adwig, so what we're going to do, we're just going to use heading mode now, because I'm not happy with how that's going. And then we're going to engage
Austrian 905 descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Smart Links 6401, contact Munich Center on 120.65. Good day.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet Austrian 905.
120.65, Smart Links 6401. Goodbye.
So we're going to go flaps 1 now. Going to start configuring.
Vienna Center Aircrete 861 is passing flight level tree 70, climbing flight level tree 90.
Didn't set up GSX, did I?
861 Vienna Center radar contact. Continue to picket.
Parking. Do position 5. And then we'll just do Innsbruck Airport. So localizer is blue. Let's turn heading about there. There you go. Localizer has been captured. Approach mode has been activated.
German Air Force 841, you are 900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 80. Going to 120.65 Lufthansa 2 tree. Climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
Ooh, look at that, how close we are to the terrain here.
Descend and maintain 7,200 feet Austrian 905.
This is where things get very interesting. Okay, localizer and the glide slope has been captured, but we've overshot the localizer, but hopefully, there we go, it's capturing it again. And we're descending nicely. Flaps to 2. Gears coming down.
Austrian 905 descend and maintain 6,300 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,300 feet Austrian 905.
Medium brakes. Spoilers need to come out actually, we need to bleed off some speed. The airport's in sight, we are quite high actually. And we're getting battered by winds. I think we're high anyway. According to the glide slope we should be okay. But it is slightly off-center, so it's not like typical. So it's not like your typical approaches. Flaps to 3.
Good day. Austrian 905.
Flaps
you are
full.
4 miles east of Innsbruck. Contact Innsbruck Tower on 120.1 when inbound on the approach. 124.9er, 25 Emirates 88 Heavy. Goodbye.
Tower on 120.1 Austrian 905. Innsbruck Tower Austrian 905 13 miles east inbound Arnav Echo runway 26 approach.
Austrian Austrian 905 Innsbruck Tower. QNH 30.22, wind 206 at tree. Cleared RNAV Echo runway 26 approach.
Cleared RNAV Echo runway 26 approach Austrian 905.
So there we go, we got our approach clearance. Runway's in sight. We're just going to bring the nose down a little bit so we can get on a better profile. We're fully configured now for landing. Flaps are full. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake medium. All landing lights are on. We're just going to ease it in. Make a slight left turn as well. Set our go around altitude 9,500. So we'll go back up if we have to.
Austrian 906, contact Vienna Center on 124.4. Good day.
Okay, so let's level it out a bit.
Going to 124.4 Austrian 906.
We're on good profile now for our approach. The weather is looking fantastic. Anyway, I'm just going to mute the mic so I can concentrate on the landing.
Austrian 905, wind 206 at tree. Cleared to land runway 26.
Cleared to land runway 26 Austrian 905.
Minimum. $400. $300. $200.
Flight slow.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
welcome to Innsbruck, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that arrival. I decided to do mic off for the arrival so you can enjoy the visuals, especially here in the mountains.
905, turn next taxiway.
So I'll get the APU running already. Landing lights can come off. Okay, there we go. Oh, going a bit fast around that corner.
Austrian 905,
Turn off the
contact ground
terrain.
on 120.1.
What fantastic weather we've got here as well. It's snow around, but not snow everywhere. Fantastic. Anyway, thank you for joining me again for another jaunt on Flight Simulator. I hope this one has been a fantastic one for you guys. More visual than anything, really. And we'll taxi over to the ramp, and hopefully, again, you'll enjoy the visuals here on the ground. It's a pretty nice approach, apart from me being a little too high to start with, but the holding pattern gave me an opportunity to recover the altitude. It was a little too high as well on the start of the localizer, but we recovered that as well. So overall, not too bad. Anyway, we're on parking position number 5 here in the beautiful Alps, and you can see I love these little like snow patches here and there, and the temperature outside is a lovely 4 degrees true air temperature. Not quite good for skiing, but you know, we're close enough, I guess. Let's turn that off. Can turn that one off. Let's get these landing lights on the nose off. Turn off the strobes. And you can see the de-icing equipment is also on the side there. Pretty normal for this time of year to be prepared. The dispatcher's now slowly coming into view. You can see the tow truck. Where's the dispatcher though? Can't see the dispatcher. Ah, there he is, in between those two stairs. Oh, just a little bit farther forwards than I want it to be. But let's shut down the engines. Get GSX on for deboarding. And then I'm going to close off the video just here. Bit askew. And then landing. That can come off as well. Perfecto. Let's go outside. Oh, look at that view. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. That has been an absolutely beautiful flight. And welcome to Innsbruck. This beautiful, beautiful scenery. And actually beautiful, beautiful weather also. So I hope you've enjoyed today's flight. I've given you an opportunity to see more visuals and to enjoy the scenery. As opposed to just constantly listening to my voice for almost an hour. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you on another one. Thank you. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, not 2024. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully another beautiful flight, or on another simulator. Bye bye.